Okay, hello, Steve. I'm here with Jason from Sony. He's the technical sales. I'm with Ron Korn,
Hi, Steve.
and we're kind of like doing a comparison of the features of the wall versus the CLED. And who wants to start?
Well, what do you want to? How do you want to frame it?
Tell us about the colorimetry. What are the comments you hear about your clients comparing apples and oranges?
In my mind, we're making a much more natural reproduction of color than most of our competitors. And
if you look at the clients' OLED TV, like my TV may be closer to that, but the client's OLED TV is a lot closer to this type of colorimetry.
yeah, we obviously this isn't an OLED technology, but we I think have done a great job in that space with the Bravia line, and so we are trying to reproduce a much more like OLED with CLED, right? Our public spec is 140% of sRGB, and it's a very, very wide color space, 2020 and E3.
And this is Ron. Ron, what else did you want to say?
Well, I think it's also, Steve, to understand that our clients in Hollywood are now really starting to use this technology to color grade motion picture. So again, gives them the opportunity to really color grade based on how the product is finally going to be used, whether it's going to be in a theatrical experience, a commercial environment. No matter the space, we're color grading for that environment. And we find that even with our OLED consumer products and this product, our friends in the Hollywood space are really starting to embrace this technology as a replacement to what they're currently using for color mapping today.
Yeah, well, they have a point there. And then how about the pixel resolution? And also the heat. This, from the front, there's no heat whatsoever.
There's no heat, and I'll take you around the back too. There's really no heat coming off the back. We do exhaust 10% of the heat off the front, 90% of the heat off the back, but we go back there and it's cool.
So do you think for that screen we spoke, that the 20,000 BTU air conditioner system is...
If you have some circulation room behind the wall, we just say conditioned space.
Okay.
You might have to adjust your temperature a little bit, but it is.
He's
very,
worried
very
about it.
341 BTUs per hour per unit on average. Average use. And you talked about pixel density. So if you look at a spec, which I think that this is the wrong way to compare our display, but if you look at a spec, we are a 1.2 millimeter pixel pitch. If you look at any other 1.2, it will never look like this, and you'll never get the viewing distance.
So small.
These LED elements are literally 1 micron in size, and it's 50 times smaller than our competitor, than the wall. So I know the wall has a smaller pixel pitch, but I would go side by side with either of them any day.
Are you getting that?
So the only thing that I would add to that is that pixel density, when you're looking at the diodes, so the diode, normally when you're looking at LED technology, you're looking at the top of the diode, and the pixel pitch is simply the distance between the center of the first one to the second one. So with ours, that LED is so small, it's that ultra fine technology that we embed into the substrate. We also use that substrate like a lens, which helps with 180 degree left, right, top, bottom viewing, so that you get the same image no matter where you're sitting or where you're walking or standing and looking at the content. We actually need that black space. We could squeeze them together closer, but we actually need that black space because 90% of that is black all the time. So that's what gives us the 1,000 or the 1,000,000 to 1.
1,000,000 to 1 contrast.
Gives us the 1,000,000 to 1 contrast ratio. So while we could put them closer together, we don't need to. It looks like 0.7 to 0.9 visually, even though technically it is 1.2 as Jason mentioned. But again, it's the way we're developed the technology and embedded it. And again, we need that black space to drive the contrast ratio.
Here, this is Sherry Gibson. She's our marketing